Welcome to the first, and hopefully not last, weekly Atheist Coffee, most likely not weekly, This Week in Atheism Show. This isn't strictly or solely about atheism, it's about science and religion and social issues and things I find interesting. I would like to do my part, such as it is, to encourage everyone to learn and spread good information. Self-education is the key. You already know about Eric Hovind getting his ass handed to him when a 6th grader shot his "you don't know everything" shit straight to hell, doing something that's been elusive for many knowledgeable adults. Well, since then, Seckhummer's video has gone viral, being featured on RichardDawkins.net. His son, Chad, has become an instant hero for rational thinking and a role model for other young people. And now for the Atheist Laugh of the Week. If you haven't seen this takedown of the WBC protesters, then your life is not yet beautiful and full of color.
Do you think you'd be more respectful of people's sexuality if you'd ever had an orgasm?
Have you ever wished that you were more widely read regarding philosophy and religion and the logical case made for atheism throughout human history? Perhaps you don't have the time to read through the works of Spinoza, Hume, John Stuart Mill, Mark Twain, Freud, Bertrand Russell, and 41 other of the most influential writers and thinkers who have ever walked the earth. Well, none other than the late, great Christopher Hitchens made sure that the absolute best selections from these great minds were easily accessible to anyone who wishes for a quick and concise summary of their works. The Portable Atheist may be the book I would recommend the most for atheists and freethinkers. I think its value is incalculable, and it's a must-read for anyone who spends any time contemplating the big questions. Ever wonder why stupid people are impossible to talk to, and why it seems impossible for them to acknowledge a logical argument? Well, check out this excellent video on the Dunning-Kruger effect. This explanation provides one of those, "oh now I see" moments.
They argue that people who are incompetent suffer two consequences. One, their incompetence leads them to make poor choices. But two, and this is the crux, their incompetence prevents them from realizing they're making poor choices.
If you've never seen creationist brainwashing at its finest, you have to see this short video showing Ken Ham having children regurgitate the stupidest shit imaginable. But you may want to have someone hold you down and put a rolled up magazine between your teeth first.
Somebody says millions of years ago, what do you say to them? Were dinosaurs on the ark? On what day of creation were dinosaurs made? 6th day. Can you add millions of years into the Bible? No. What came into the world because of sin? Could you have had death and disease millions of years before Adam sinned? No. What happened to the dinosaurs? Is there any mystery? No.
If you have some free time to spend, Yale has free courses online. I found this video to be quite interesting, as one of my primary interests before I deconverted was biblical apologetics in regard to the majority text that make up the King James Bible. This video is a segment of the larger course, and it focuses on the book of Daniel as being apocryphal rather than prophetic, and examining its historical context. In the same vein, this debate with Bart Ehrman is quite good regarding the details of textual criticism. And in this week's most horrifying news I've ever heard segment, Uganda passed the infamous Kill the Gays bill, effectively outlawing homosexuality. If you're gay, you'll spend the rest of your life rotting in a Ugandan prison if they don't kill you first. But what we all need to clearly grasp is that American evangelical homophobes were instrumental in bringing this about.
But there were a number of evangelists that went from the United States, traveled to Uganda, and they spread their hatred to a different country. And as a result, they started thinking about adopting these laws that would literally murder people for being gay.
It wasn't that it was always this way in Uganda. It got worse.
Yes.
There were times when it got better, and then it got worse. When did it get worse? Anna's absolutely right. You can look it up for yourself. American evangelical leaders went there, and they view these places as like, oh, great, we get to experiment here. Oh, in the U.S., they won't let us kill gay people. But in Uganda, they might be. And you think, well, that sounds like exaggeration. It's not exaggeration. They pushed for laws like this.
The same evangelical groups that Chick-fil-A donates to, by the way, couldn't get their anti-gay agendas and extremism passed as law over here, so they took it on the road, eventually finding that they could establish their bloodthirsty theocracy in Uganda. This is a natural end result of the hateful anti-gay fundamentalist interpretation of the Bible. Romans 1 says that gays and their supporters are worthy of death. It also says that God actually turned them gay as a punishment, but we won't go into that nonsense here. If anyone doubts the murderous results of these beliefs, see the playlist on my channel, Homophobic Hatred, aka Kill the Gays. Well, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. If you have any suggestions of other general topics for me to add, please let me know. Feedback is always appreciated. And as Jon Stewart would say, here it is, your moment of Zen.